Hey, what's up, Doc? In this video, I want to talk about dental photography with a mobile phone. So I've been doing dental photography with the iPhone 14 Pro for probably like a year now, and these are some of the pros and cons of using a mobile phone for dental photography. I want to start off by saying that I use the phone periodically to get shade matches and pictures to send to the lab whenever we're doing veneer cases or implants or whatever, and it's good for that. I'll say that it's really good and handy. One of the reasons I don't like using the iPhone primarily is because of its low light capability, or is incapable of. So whenever I got this phone, they advertised an aperture of 1.8. And what I didn't realize is that it's 1.8 on the native lens, which is 24 millimeters. So it's the first lens that when you open up the phone, it's the first lens that pops up. Whenever you go to the telescopic or the macro lens, the aperture seems to decrease, meaning it doesn't let as much light in, and the aperture becomes like, I think the minimum aperture is like 2.8 when it's telescopic. In any regard, it's lower quality, so that means I need more light. So I can't really use it for my befores and afters. I mean, I can if I'm showing it to other people, but for publication purposes, if I'm posting it on Instagram or Facebook, I really don't think that the quality from an iPhone is that great. And now I know that I can get other lenses to put on this phone and use the native lens, which is that 1.8 aperture, and use an optical zoom on that lens. But what happens is there's nothing really better than the lens that's on here, this glass that's on here. So if I got like a third-party lens from Amazon or something like that, it would just degrade the quality. So there's not really a point in me doing that. So can I get away with taking dental photos with this camera? Yeah, if you're showing it to your colleagues, associates, whatever. But as far as posting on social media and Facebook, and you're trying to compete with the big dogs out there, I would definitely recommend that you still get a mirrorless camera. Like I said, this camera is still pretty nice, but I don't think that it's up to par with a mirrorless camera from Sony. Just take a look at these pictures that I have. This one was taken with the iPhone 14 Pro. With the native lens, and this next photo was taken with the Sony a7 III with the 90mm 2.8, and you can clearly see if you look along the margins that that's where it starts to fall apart, and that's where I'm kind of like, I can't really use this, because a lot of people, a lot of patients, what they'll do is they'll go in there and they'll zoom into the teeth and they'll see and they'll look for the quality. Yeah, you can. It does have some raw photos that you can edit, but it's still not the quality that you would want, that you would get from a mirrorless camera or a DSLR.